Good morning, students. This is Shahnawaz Hussain, your maths guru. Welcomes you to the video lecture of algebraic identities under the chapter polynomials on the behalf of our Pragati Vidyapeeth family. So today I am going to discuss algebraic identities, which is quite important one for you. Some of the identities you already learned in your previous classes, and some new identities are added for class 9th and for 10th also. So please pay attention towards it. First of all, the previous identities which we learned. These are the identities which we already know. The first one is a plus b whole square, which is equals to a square plus 2ab plus b square. The next identity is a minus b whole square, which is equals to a square minus 2ab plus b square. Next identity we have is a plus b into a minus b, which is equals to a square minus b square. And the last identity is x plus a into x plus b, which is equals to x square plus under bracket a plus b into x plus ab. These four identities are those which we know already. So I must believe that you already know such identities. The new identities which we needed for class 9th are as follows. These are some of the new identities. Now have a look. A plus b plus c whole square, which is equals to a square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ca. The next identity is a plus b whole cube, which is equals to a cube plus b cube plus 3ab into a plus b. This can also be written in that format, that is a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube. This is nothing but the simplification of this identity. Take a look. When plus 3ab multiplied by a, you got plus 3a square b. When plus 3ab multiplied by plus b, you got plus 3ab square. And plus b cube comes at last because of the cyclicity. What does cyclicity means? Cyclicity is nothing but arranging the terms in either ascending or descending order. Here I am ascending the terms with respect of a in descending order. So take a look. The first term contains a cube, next one is a square, next only a, and the last one is free from any kind of a. This is what cyclicity means. It doesn't matter whether they are written over there or there. They are mathematically equal, but the correct form is this. The next term is a minus b whole cube, which is equals to a cube minus b cube minus 3ab into a minus b. This can also be written in that format. A cube is there, minus 3ab multiplied by a, we got minus 3a square b. Please pay attention towards it. Minus 3ab multiplied by minus b, you got plus 3ab square. Remember that when minus term is multiplied by minus term, the sign got positive. That's why minus 3ab multiplied by minus b, we got plus 3ab square. And minus b cube comes at last again because of the cyclicity. The next identities we have is a cube plus b cube, which is equals to a plus b into a square minus ab plus b square. This can also be written in that format, that is a plus b whole cube minus 3ab into a plus b. Next identity is a cube minus b cube, which is equals to a minus b multiplied by a square plus ab plus b square. This can also be written in that format, that is a minus b whole cube plus 3ab into a minus b. Next one is a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3ab, which is equals to a plus b plus c multiplied by a square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc minus ca. These all 10 identities we have. One more identity we have, but this identity is called conditional identity. This identity is conditional identity. What does conditional identity means? Conditional identity means it depends on condition. Have a look. When we have three terms a, b and c whose sum is 0, a plus b plus c is 0. So in that case, the summation of cubing of all these three terms must be equals to 3abc. That is a cube plus b cube plus c cube equals to 3abc. Now elaborate this. Now I am elaborating this identity with the help of example. Have a look. Suppose there is a question in which we have to evaluate, we have to find the value of minus 27 cube plus 15 cube plus 12 cube. So first of all, most of the students got panicked when we see these kind of terms. Minus 27 cube, 15 cube, 12 cube. The cubing of all the three terms are quite big one. And most of the student got panicked and made a mistake. So please pay attention. First of all, in such kind of scenarios, in such kind of questions, you have to look the condition. The sum of these three terms, minus 27 plus 15 plus 12 is equals to 0. Which means this satisfies such kind of condition, such kind of scenario. That's why it is called conditional identity. So directly we can apply the conditional identity which says a cube plus b cube plus c cube, which means minus 27 cube plus 15 cube plus 12 cube equals to 3abc. 3 is a constant term where abc, here abc are minus 27, 15 and 12. So the product of all these four terms is minus 4580, which we needed. So these all about the identities. So please learn all such 11 identities thoroughly, because after that, for solving the questions, we needed all such 11 identities. Okay students, now I'm gonna explain you some of the algebraic identities, how they come. Previously we know 11 identities. Now I am explaining you some of the identities, how they come. Earlier we simply remember that a plus b whole square equals to a square plus 2ab plus b square. But the question is why? How they come? And in mathematics there is a proof for everything. So I am gonna explain you how they come. Take a look. But before that, you have to know one basic principle. Suppose there is a term x to the power n. What does it mean? X to the power n means x multiplied by itself up to n times the power we have. Suppose we have a number 3 ka square. 3 square means 3 into 3, that is 3 multiplied by itself up to 2 times. And the answer is 9. 3 is a 9. We already know such kind of things. But before explaining the identities, you must know. So by the help of this principle, we can deduce any identity which we want. Now I am going to explain you first basic identity which we know already, that is a plus b whole square. A plus b whole square, it have a power 2, which means they multiply by itself up to 2 times. Therefore a plus b multiplied by a plus b. This is the product of binomials. The product of binomials we are doing in a class 7th. So please take a look. Now a multiplied to this whole bracket, that is a plus b, and plus b multiplied by this bracket, that is a plus b. So we have a multiplied to a plus b and plus b multiplied to a plus b. Now a multiplied by a, we got a square. When a multiplied by plus b, we got plus ab. When b multiplied to a, we got plus ba. B multiplied to b, that is plus b square. Remember that plus ab or plus ba, it doesn't matter. Both are the same terms. AB and BA are the same terms. That's why A square is there. AB plus BA, we have plus 2AB, and B square is there. So what we got? We got the first basic identity which we have. That is A plus B whole square, which is equals to A square plus 2AB plus B square. This is how they come. This is the first identity. Take another identity also. Suppose we have next identity a minus b whole square. Again they have a power 2. A minus b whole square means a minus b multiplied by itself up to 2 times. Therefore, when a multiplied by a minus b multiplied to a minus b. During the multiplication, we must take care of the signs. This is one of the most important factors. So now, when a multiplied by a, we got a square. A multiplied by minus b, we got minus ab. Minus b multiplied to a, we got minus ba. Now, please attention. Minus b multiplied to minus b, minus minus got positive. That's why we have plus b square. After that, a square is there. Minus ab minus ba both are same terms. That's why we got minus 2ab plus b square is already there. So the second identity we have is a minus b whole square, which is equals to a square minus 2ab plus b square. This is how the second identity comes. Take one more identity. We have one more identity, that is a plus b into a minus b. Again the product of binomials, in that a multiplied to a minus b, a multiplied to a minus b, and plus b multiplied to a minus b, plus b multiplied to a minus b. After that, the terms are quite simple. A multiplied to a, that is a square. A multiplied to minus b is minus ab. Plus b multiplied to a, we got plus ba. Plus b multiplied to minus b, we got minus b square. Now please pay attention. Minus ab and plus ba both are same terms but with different signs. First term is with negative sign and second term is with plus sign. So these terms got cancelled. So we have a square minus b square. So we have only a square minus b square. That's why this identity only contains two terms. When a plus b multiplied by a minus b, we got only a square minus b square. This is simply the explanation of basic identities. By repeating such kind of methods, we can elaborate any identity which we needed and how they come. That's the reason they come in such particular format. So after that, I'm gonna discuss you how these identities implemented in a questions. How these identities implemented on a questions. So again I am saying, please remember, learn thoroughly all the 11 identities because now we needed them. Okay, now I am going to discuss how algebraic identity is implemented on a questions. So we are doing some of the questions based on algebraic identities. Take a look. Suppose we have a question 3x plus 4y whole square and there is a condition, solve the following using identity. That's why when we take a look 3x plus 4y whole square, this term is quite similar to a plus b whole square. And by the help of identities, we know that a plus b whole square is a square plus 2ab plus b square. Here a is 3x. In place of a we have 3x. And b is 4y, which means in place of b we have 4y. Therefore, in this identity, in place of a we are writing 3x. In place of b we are writing 4y. That's why 3x plus 4y equals to a square, that is 3x square, 3x whole square plus 2. In place of a we are writing 3x. In place of b we are writing 4y, and in place of b again we are writing 4y ka whole square. 3x square is 9x square. 2 3s are 6, 6 4s are 24. That's why we have 24xy, x and y multiply by, and 4y ka whole square. Therefore we have 16y square. Therefore the answer we got 3x plus 4y whole square equals to 9x square plus 24xy plus 16y square. This is one basic rule, how the identity is implemented on a questions. Again, take another example. Suppose we have a question 3x minus 4y whole square. 3x minus 4y whole square is similar to a minus b whole square. A minus b, they contain minus term, that's why we are implemented a minus b whole square. And identity a minus b whole square is a square minus 2ab plus b square. Here in place of a we have 3x, that's why a equals to 3x. In place of b we have 4y, that's why b equals to 4y. So now in place of a and b we are using 3x and 4y, that's why we have 3x minus 4y whole square equals to 3x ka whole square minus 2 into 3x into 4y plus 4y whole square. That's why 3x square means 9x square. 3 2s are 6, 4s are 24. That's why we have 24xy. 4y ka whole square equals to 16y square. That's why the final answer we have 3x minus 4y whole square equals to 9x square minus 24xy plus 16y square. Again, this is the final answer of this particular question. Take another example. Suppose we have a question in which 3x plus 4y multiplied to 3x minus 4y. In such case, this is quite familiarized me to a plus b into a minus b. Both terms are same, but they are with different signs. That's why 3x plus 4y, 3x minus 4y. So I can implement a plus b into a minus b, which is equals to a square minus b square. Here a is 3x, b is 4y. A is 3x, b is 4y. That's why 3x plus 4y multiplied to 3x minus 4y equals to 3x whole square minus 4y whole square. 3x square equals to 9x square. 4y whole square equals to 16y square, which is the answer. This is the answer. This is how identity is implemented on a particular questions, and so many detailed questions with a particular identity are given to you in the notes. So many questions are there. So please go through it, and after that I'm going to discuss you how these identities implemented on evaluation type of questions, how they implement. So after that I'm going to discuss you another type of questions. Okay, now I'm going to take you another type of questions in which we have to evaluate some values. Suppose we have a question 103 multiplied by 103. We have to evaluate, we have to find the value of these product, and we are doing it with the help of identity. We are not simply multiply them. So now 103 can be written as 100 plus 3. 103 can be written as 100 plus 3. Some of the students says that it can also be written as that 105 minus 2. Yes, they are correct. But the best possible way is to convert these numbers into their nearest 100 place or nearest 10 place, whatever they have. That's why 103 can be written as 100 plus 3. Because of this, the calculation process got easier. That's why we are doing this. So we have 103 plus 103, both are same terms and they multiply to itself. That's why we got 100 plus 3 whole square. And this is familiar to our identity a plus b whole square, which is equals to a square plus 2ab plus b square. And with the help of this identity, we can say that a is 100 and b is 3. That's why a and b in this particular identity got replaced by 100 and 3. That's why 100 plus 3 whole square equals to a square. A square means 100 square. Plus 2ab. 2 is there. A is 100 and b is 3. Plus b square. B is 3. That's why we have 3 square. And after that the process got simpler one. 100 square is 10,000 plus 2 into 100 into 3, that is 600. 3 square is 9, and the summation of these three terms is 10609. That's why The product of 103 into 103, which is 103 square, equals to 10609. This is the answer. This is how the identities got implemented in such kind of questions. Now, take another example. Suppose we have a question 104 multiplied to 96. When we convert 104 to their nearest zero place, we got 100 plus 4, and 96 can be written as 100 minus 4. This is again similar to the term a plus b and a minus b. Both are same terms but with different sign. That's why we are using this identity, and a plus b into a minus b equals to a square minus b square. Here a is 100 and b is 4. b is 4. That's why 100 plus 4 into 100 minus 4 is 100 square minus 4 square. The square of 100 is 10,000 and the square of 4 is 16. By subtracting them, we got 9984. That's why we have the answer 104 multiplied by 96 is this, and the answer is 9984. Take another example also. This particular example is with a different condition, that is factorized using identities, which means they are reverse condition. First of all, I want to explain you what does factorize means. Factorize means there is a factor of terms. Factor. Suppose we have a number 6. We are quite familiar with numbers, that's why I am using an example of a number. Suppose we have a term 6. And if I am asking what are the factors of 6? The factors of 6 are 1, 3 and 6. 1, 3, 2 and 6. How? Because 6 can be written as 1 into 2 into 3. Leave 1 and 6 because we know that every number have a factor 1 and itself, 1 and 6 itself. That's why leave it. After these numbers, we have two more factors, that is 2 and 3, because the product of 2 and 3 is 6. That's why we can say that 2 and 3 are the factors of 6. In the similar manner, when we have a question 9x square plus 6xy plus y square, and we want to factorize them, which means with this term we have to convert this form into a multiplication form. The term we have is multiplication form. We convert them into a multiplication form. So that, take a look. 9x square plus 6xy plus y square. By thinking, we can say that 9x square can be written as 3x ka whole square, because we know that the square of 3 is 9 and the square of x is x square. That's why I am written 9x square is 3x ka whole square. 6xy can be written as 2 is there, because the formula we have is a square plus 2ab plus b square. Therefore 2 must be reduced. 2 is there. A is the first term that we are written over there. That's why 2 into 3x. And the remaining term, that is y we needed. That's why we are writing y. And the last term is y square. So we have y ka whole square. Now I am using identity a square plus 2ab plus b square. A square plus 2ab plus b square, which is equals to a plus b whole square. And here a is 3x and b is y. A is 3x and b is y. Therefore a square plus 2ab plus b square is equals to a plus b whole square, which is 3x plus y whole square. So we have an answer 9x square plus 6xy plus y square is 3x plus y ka whole square. Again, there are so many questions of such kind. I am explaining them in notes also. So please go through it. Take another look of such kind of example. Suppose we have a number, we have a term 16y square minus 8y plus 1. So by thinking We can say that 16y square can be written as 4y whole square minus 2ab. 2 is there, a is 4y and 2 4s are 8. There is 8. So the last term must be 1. And plus 1, 1 can be written as 1 square. 1 square is always 1. So the identity we are using, a square minus 2ab plus b square, is a minus b whole square. Here a is 4y and b is 1. That is a is 4y and b is 1. That's why a square minus 2ab plus b square is a minus b whole square. A minus b यानी 4y minus 1 का whole square. 4y minus 1 का whole square. This is the answer we got. Okay, now students, I am going to discuss you some advanced question for competitive level. These questions are not in a NCERT, but you can see them in some competitive books. The question is, if we have x plus y equals to 12 and xy equals to 32, and the question is we have to evaluate or find the value of x square plus y square. How can we do that? Now, we know that this term x square plus y square comes under this formula, that is x plus y whole square equals to x square plus 2x plus y square. We are doing this, we are using this formula because we have the term x plus y. That's why we are using this term. Because x square plus y square also comes in x minus y whole square. But we are given as x plus y, that's why we are not using a minus formula. We are using x plus y whole square, which is equals to x square plus 2xy plus y square. And we know that we have x plus y equals to 12, which is given in a question. Xy equals to 32, again, which is given in a question. So these terms x plus y and xy can be replaced by 12 and 32 in this formula, in this identity. So take a look. In place of x plus y, we are using 12. Because x plus y equals to 12, that is 12 square. X square is already there, 2 is there, and in place of xy we are writing 32. Y square is already there. We know that 12 square is 144, x square is there, 2 into 32 is 64, y square is already there, 64 got shifted to there, and 144 minus 64 we got 80. That's why the final answer we have 80 equals to x square plus y square. We have to find the value of x square and plus y square. So the answer is x square plus y square. This is one of the advanced question. And again, so many advanced question I am given you in the notes. So please focus it. So many detailed examples given in the notes also. So please go through it. If you have any doubt or any query, if you have any doubt or any query, you can contact or WhatsApp me on that particular number. This is my number. That is my name, Hussain Sir here, and this is my number. Or you can contact any of the maths teacher which you want. So at last, I am saying we are always there to help you. And I am thanking you on the behalf of our PVP family for watching the video. So please keep watching and keep rocking. At last, I am urging you on the behalf of a PVP family, please stay at homes, maintain social distancing for yourself and for your loved ones also. Utilize the time properly and do something productive. Thanks.